Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the Book Consulting Services Company, the Book Business Bosses, where we help you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a book business boss. This is the day that the Lord hath made. We shall rejoice, we shall sing, and we shall be glad in it. Our inspiration, motivation, exhortation today is taken from John 21 and 5 at the King James Version. Jesus asked the disciples, "Children, have you any meat?" Jesus was doing an update because they said, this Jesus thing is a little tough, a little hard. Let's go back to what we know. Let's go a fishing. And Peter said, "I go a fishing." The leader of the group, you can clearly see leadership in it. Because when he said, "I go a fishing," they didn't say, "We ain't fishing." He said, "We go with you," because Peter was a professional fisherman. He just didn't fish for the relaxation of it, or for he was in a mood, or he was on vacation. That's what he did for a living. So they said, "We go with it." But Jesus said, "Excuse me, children, y'all got any meat? Y'all got anything? Did you catch anything? How's it going?" And they said, "No, we caught nothing." So that's got to be very frustrating if it's something that you actually do and it's not going well, and it's not progressing as it should. Whether you're in a marriage, whether your family's not going well, whether your career is not going well, no matter what that is, have you any meat? Has there been any profit from it? Has there been any good added to you? Was it an asset, or did it turn into a liability? What? Do you have any meat? Do you have something to show for? Did you have results? This is the last Sunday in January. We're headed into February, month 2 already. Oh my gosh, we got like 2 more days of January 2023 when the recording of this is happening, whether you're watching it on the replay or sometime later on, whether it's the end of a day, end of a week, end of a month, quarter, or the end of the year. How'd you do? Children, have you any meat? So, how's it going? So, number one, how's it going? How did January go? What worked and what didn't? What did you realize? I'm already repeating what I did last year. I've got to make a difference, because if I don't, 2023 will turn into the same results. Much is given, much is required, a little investment. You should not expect the same return as somebody had a great investment, greater investment, not necessarily great being good, but the amount of investment, because you're going to get out input, then output. But how did January go? What worked? What didn't? And then number two, have you even started? And what's first? Because sometimes I know a lot of people use January as consecration. They don't do anything the month of January. It's total consecration. They haven't started. They haven't jump started. They don't jump start anything until after the holidays, and they take the whole month of January. So if that is your norm, it's what you do and how you function for your year, your January is put in sackcloth and ashes, and you do not have your plan yet, you don't have a clue about that. Hopefully, by this end of the month, God will have given you direction. Now, I'm a little bit different. I start my sackcloth and ashes and seeking God about June for the upcoming year. Sometimes it's already started in January of the previous year. It just all depends on your business, your personality, your pursuits. Because I'm older, y'all know I'm gonna be 60 this year, God willing, and I reach till May. So therefore, my time is shorter. Uh, if I were in my 20s, I moved differently in my 20s. I was still aggressive. I was still on my grind, but it looked different. It was in my 20s, I was focused on music. I was focused on, writing and positioning my voice, and I still am, but it's not, that's not a top priority right now. So therefore, where I am now at 59 and a half and 3/4, as the little baby said, I'm 9 3/4. I'm 59 3/4. Uh, it's a lot different. My hustle is different. My grind is different. My waiting is different. My ability to start and my willingness to wait is different, because sometimes I'm waiting on the market's not ready for me, or I'm not ready for the market. Sometimes I'm paused because it may be a budgetary thing, but sometimes it's not a budgetary thing as much as it is a timing, that kind of effort, that kind of energy, that kind of resources. I'm not talking about money resources. I'm talking about access to people and distribution outlets, and my systems are not in order. And there are certain things that you have to have systems. I don't have a contract for that yet. I need to call my attorney and find out how that works. Or I need to find out somebody who does that. I need coaching. I need guidance. I need mentorship. So some things haven't started because I don't have enough information. I don't have enough information to make an educated decision. So, if you're just joining me, we're talking about how's it going. Taken from John 21:5. Peter said, I go a fishing. His friends said they go too. When they got out there, dropped their nets, nothing happened. They didn't catch nothing. But when Jesus came along, everything changes. Because sometimes you need God for this. Sometimes you need God to open up a door. You need God to call the fish in. You need God to make the connection. You need God. You can't walk in your own strength. You can't walk in your own power. So how's it going? So number one, we talked about how did January go. This is only the questions you can answer. I can't answer that. I've had a fast January. Haven't started. What's first? So that's what we were talking about before I brought any new people up to speed. If you haven't started, you've been in consecration. What's first? Do you have to change your mindset, change your mentality? Do you have to look at your calendar and see what should be a part of it and something that should be removed, rearranged? I recently had to do that. We've been planning something for a solid year, and we're like 2 or 3 months until it ends. Well, then, well, no, not till it ends. I'm sorry, take that back. It's 2 or 3 months until the event is supposed to occur. Okay. And I still don't have any details. So therefore, I had to make an executive decision how I was going to participate and what level of participation I was going to be a part of. Okay. So you haven't started. So what's first? Do you have to change the people you're with? Or you need to add people? You need to get rid of people? You need to stop talking to people? You need to figure out what that looks like for you in your life. For me, I may need to add, okay, these are the tasks you do for me. Can you add 2 more? And how much is that going to cost? Okay, because I don't want to get overwhelmed and overloaded. Okay. So number 3, fast start, fast reflection and evaluation. Because usually after every major activity, every book, okay, even after 15 years, what went right with that? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I can't do that again. I got to make a note of that. I can't do that again. Can't have that happen again. Whatever. Okay. So you have a fast start. Oh, wait a minute. I got a little, then you have to have fast reflection and evaluation. You have to stop and pause even before you go to bed, or that day you have to have time for reflection. Get you a mug of tea. Thank you, Impact Kids Boutique. Get you a mug of tea. Get you a hot chocolate, coffee, whatever your hot drink is, and go sit and look out a window and reflect, and then write down evaluation, and then determine your next steps. So if you have a slow start, then you need not slow reflection. You still need fast reflection of how you can change gears really fast and make this get you back on the right road. Okay. And then next, and then implement. You gotta do it. You gotta be focused on it. You gotta go hard in the paint. When you're in the middle of it, you're in the thick of it. You gotta do it. You gotta decide, and you gotta move on it. Then you got to determine, we've already talked about keep what and discard what, add what, subtract what. What can you no longer do? What can you no longer do the same way that you've done it before? You got time. It's still early in the year. Some people haven't even started. Some people have started and already stopped and realized, so you have to change direction. There's sometimes it's not necessarily a detour. Sometimes you have to change the path, change the plan, go back to God and ask Him. Now I'm headed into February. What should we be focusing on? What should we be doing? What should be um, what should be the emphasis? Okay, if you don't already have your word, and then the point of this is of all of this is to pursue with a purpose, and God will guide. And when you're the higher the purpose, the more you need God, especially if you're a faith-based person. Now, if you're not a faith-based person, you're just going to look at the industry, you're going to look at the world, you're going to look at the news, you're going to look at some places, other people and other coaches and other mentors and see what they do. But when they came back to Jesus and said, we don't have nothing, we're not doing good, this is not going well, He said, launch out into the deep. He told them exactly where to go. And sometimes God lets you have your effort. He lets you do your thing, your way. And you realize this is not going good. And He just sits on the bank, and He sits on the side, and He sits in the circle of the earth. He sits on the throne and waits for you to come on back and say, help, God, this ain't working. Because that's the reason why He said, seek ye first. Acknowledge Him in all your ways, and He'll direct your path. Seek Him first. Seek ye first the kingdom and His righteousness, and all these other things. Everything else will be added to you. But if you seek Him first, if you ask Him, if you pray without ceasing, and meditate on Him and concentrate on Him and say, okay, as I get older, I don't have time to waste. I don't have money to waste. I don't have energy to waste. And I think more than, because I've always been a person, God will give me, I'm gifted. My dad told me a gifted person will never be broke in your life. So I'll figure out ways to make money. But as I get older, sometimes I don't want to exert that kind of energy. I don't have that kind of energy to exert in something and to see if it's going to work out or not. Who got that kind of time these days? Life is short, for real. Life is really, 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 really short. And you can be here today and you can be gone today. And while I'm thinking about it, I want to thank everyone who posted on my Facebook page their prayers and condolences for the death of a friend that I had for 50 plus years. I'm 59, so I've known her pretty much all of my life, and I really appreciate that. But her death was sad on some parts. Some parts, another saint gone on home, but then some parts it added another log to my fire to keep me moving, to keep my fire going, to realize that life is short. We don't have a lot of time. And she wasn't sick, and she wasn't diagnosed with anything major, and she was just breathing and then stopped, and she was not, and God took her, and she was not. So therefore, we're here. If we're still here, we got something to do. So children, have you any meat? How's it going? How did January go? That's for you to answer. And that's for you and God to sit down and determine and talk about, not only today, but the upcoming days. I hope that helps you. I hope that blesses you. Coming up at 10 a.m. is Live Your Best Life with yours truly, Julia Royston. I have a special panel today. We were supposed to go through all the 4 weeks and the 4 topics that I presented alone when just introducing the year and the episodes of Live Your Best Life. And we only got to begin again. That's how far we got. So hopefully we'll come back again with that panel in a future time. So be sure and listen in vision-radio.com. You can always listen on the website, and you can always download the free app. So do that. It's the Google Play Store. Yes, we're Android right now, but maybe iTunes in the future, but right now, Android world, yay! Download the Envision Radio app and listen everywhere on all your mobile devices, your phone, etc., as well as these apps: radio.net, radio.garden, Alexa, Get Me Radio, Roku, MediaU, MyTuner, Audacity, tuner.co, and everywhere that podcasts are heard. So super excited about that. So listen in. My panelist is Dr. Fernette Nettles, Miss Latasha Craig, and Minister Peggy Dixon, who are going to be my panel today on Live Your Best Life. And then coming up at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Spike Davis and Friends show. Tune in for laughs, music, and more. He has some wonderful music, and of course, he's gonna make you laugh because he's the comedian on the cruise, and he has some phenomenal guests as well. So tune in 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Spike Davis and Friends show. Go to envision-radio.com, and we are headed on a cruise. Labor Day weekend from September 1st to the 4th. You want to go with us? Come on, let's go. Go to envision-radio.com and click on register for the cruise. And then coming up on Tuesdays, somebody say Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, envision-radio.com, the Book Business Boss Show. So, and the replays are at the bookbusinessbosspodcast.com. So I'm super excited about that. Getting your year, the first quarter, jump started off right, and really talking about some things, not only that you can do the beginning of the year, but the beginning of the month, the beginning of the week, or reevaluate all of that and see what's headed your way. And then if you would like to support the BK Royston Foundation, we are a 501c3, a literacy, legacy, and a leading foundation focusing on providing not only books for underrepresented communities, but also workshops for underrepresented communities and diverse communities as well. So visit bkroystonfoundation.org, and we are a 501c3. You can pay and make a donation. Just click on that red donate button and donate to the BK Royston Foundation. Coming up in February, for the love of writing, for the love of teaching, for the love of getting it done, visit the RoystonClasses.com. That's RoystonClasses.com. Coming up February 7th. If you are ready to finally write that book and you need help getting started, I have people who say it all the time, but they're like, I don't know. Well, the class is for you. It's out there. I'm making the offering available. We start February 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's a 5-week writing boot camp. There's homework. It's a fast track. It's intensive. But join us on February 7th, 2023 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's for it writing any genre book. And then coming up specifically on February 16th, 2023, is we're doing our Create a Great Children's Book 4-week boot camp. That starts February 16th, 7 p.m. Both you can register at RoystonClasses.com. That's RoystonClasses.com. And then at the BookBusinessBossTraining.com, we have a live event. Let me get my mug back out at the Impact Kids Boutique in Lexington, Kentucky. Register for that. Register BookBusinessBossTraining.com. There is a wonderful mug that I got at the grand opening of the Impact Kids Boutique. Woo! Right there on Limestone in Lexington, Kentucky. So meet me there. It's going to be from 12 to 3 p.m. Now, the writing workshop is going to be from 1 to 3, but from 12 to 1 is going to be a kids children's hour. There'll be snacks, there'll be books, I'll bring some of my books for you to purchase, but there also will be reading to the kids, and I want them to create their own mini book themselves. Yay! Come on. We're going to be crafts, food, fun. Let's go. Meet us there. Then the children's hour is free. So just bring the kids and enjoy. If you want to purchase books, fine, but there's no pressure there. We just need to know how many kids. We just need you to register. So go to and notify Impact Kids Boutique that, yep, we're coming and we bring in 2 kids, 5 kids, 10 kids, whatever that looks like. Right there at Impact Kids Boutique. I'll be joined by 2 authors, of course, the owner, Minister Tasha Dawson, and then, of course, Miss Peggy Dixon will be there, a retired educator such as I am. So we got the kids covered. Book Business Boss training.com. And then for those authors out there as well as readers, I am having a Book Business Bosses pop-up bookstore and business expo. Yay! That is coming up in Jefferson Mall. I'm going back to Jefferson Mall. So in 2019, I kind of did a tour of malls, and I was in Jefferson Mall twice. And then that fall, November 2019, I did a Christmas holiday pop-up bookstore. So I'll have not only my books, but if you would like your book in the bookstore, visit roystonbookfestvendor.info. That's roystonbookfestvendor.info. Your books will be in that bookstore for a week, and there is a fee associated with that because they're charging me a fee to have the pop-up bookstore. And there'll be activities all week long. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. We'll be going live inside the pop-up bookstore. And then this is being sponsored also by envision-radio.com. And on Sunday is Sunday with Envision Radio. So there'll be music, there'll be artists, it's just going to be a wonderful thing. So I am super excited. This is the 15th year of BK Royston Publishing. So we're going to just be celebrating all across the country. I'm going to have a summit. So mark your calendar for June 11th, a virtual summit so that everybody can participate. I can't travel in. I can't get there. Nah, I'm going to have it so that everybody can go live, and portions of it will be in Zoom and portions of it will be live stream so that you'll have the opportunity to enjoy the Go Hard at the Paint Summit, which is going to be June the 11th. And I'll have more information there to come. But we're going to be celebrating all year long. Everywhere we go, we'll probably be doing meet and greets. Believe you me, I can go buy a cupcake, put a candle in it, light it, and let's go. Yay! And as they say, eat some appetizers and sodas and have a great time. So this is the year of celebration, not only for my birthday, but I've reached a summit in business. After 15 years, I'm going to kind of pause, reflect, celebrate, and enjoy, meet new people, write new books. As a matter of fact, I'm currently in the middle of writing the book that really kind of summarizes this 15 years. And it's going to be short and sweet, but it's going to kind of give my mind a rest of what I've learned so far. Oh, no. I have not arrived. This is not a tell all. This is not a get back at anybody. This is not a if you don't do it my way, it's the highway. No. This is look how far he brought us from. Lord, I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm clothed and in my right mind. So I'm looking forward to that all year long. I've been toying with the idea, rolling around in my head, and some people, I couldn't come and I can't get there, and no, it's going to be virtual. So as my first pastor said, you will, you shall, you won't, you shan't. So that's what we do. And then if you need to have a conversation with me about your book, or you're interested in publishing, or you got a business idea that you want to connect a book to, or you're already in business and you need a book to go along with it, or you need help with just about anything related to business, give me a call. If I don't know how to do it, I'm not going to try it. I'll point you in the direction of somebody else. But my primary thing is publishing and writing and promoting your book. So reach out to me, talkwithroyston.com to schedule a conversation. Remember, it's in the Eastern time zone. So when you schedule that time, remember it's on the Eastern time zone. So if you're outside the Eastern time zone, be remembering of that. This is the day that the Lord hath made. I shall rejoice. I shall sing. I shall be glad in it. I love everybody. And I trust that you're having a phenomenal day. And thank you so much, Miss Peggy. You're right. If we are still here, we still have something to do. Exactly. Because people are crossing over one by one to the setting. Don't let him catch you with your works undone. That's the old song we used to sing. Love you all. Be blessed. Have a phenomenal rest of the day. Enjoy your Sunday and enjoy the rest of the week and the 2 days we have of this month. Write something down. Take time in prayer. Ask God. Seek him while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Be blessed. Love you. Bye-bye.